Okay, welcome back, everybody. We are in the middle of our series about North Dallas and what the different suburbs are here and what makes each of them special and unique and why or why not they may be a good fit for you. So we are going to talk about Frisco today. So Frisco, Texas is it's one of the fastest growing cities in our area, and there is just so much to talk about with Frisco. So we're going to hit some of the highlights, and then if you decide you need more information about it or any specifics, then we can reach out and talk directly. So we'll go over the real estate market first. So the real estate market in Frisco is incredible, and it has been for many years. The homes here definitely retain their value. The appreciation is continuing to grow. So if you choose to purchase here, it's definitely a great investment. The average home price in Frisco is between $400,000 and $600,000, so around $500,000. But there really is something for everybody. If you are a first-time home buyer, if you're a growing family, if you are a young professional, if you are downsizing, there's something that's going to work for you. We have anything from even some duplexes, townhomes, up to multi-million-dollar gated communities on golf courses. So there's a wide variety, and it makes that purchase a smart one. So the Frisco schools are one of the things that really attract a lot of people to the area. So if you have children, then usually school choice is something that's on your list of things to consider before you buy. And Frisco has over 70 campuses. They serve over, I believe, 60,000 students. And they are exemplary rated across the board. So no matter what school you get into in the district, you are guaranteed to be in a good school. Sports are different at some of the campuses, and some of them have better sports ratings than others. So if that's something you're looking at, you need to be very specific about the campus. There also are some campuses that are in such high demand that you have to make sure that your students attend one of the middle school feeder schools to be able to get to that campus. So Wakeland High School, for instance, is one that is set up that way. So you cannot move into Wakeland High School zone and expect to be able to attend Wakeland unless you have attended one of their middle school feeders. So that's really important, and you want to make sure that whoever is helping you is aware of all of those different rules. Frisco ISD has put a lot of money into their facilities and their programs. They have a lot of hands-on career and technical training available for those who maybe want to go into, culinary arts or things like that. They have a STEM program that is very robust, that they are very well known for. So it's a good district to be in regardless of what career path your student may want to take. They're definitely going to find options that fit them. Commuting is typically the next thing on the list for people that are moving to the area. So that, I know you've probably heard that everywhere is 30 minutes away in Texas. That's just kind of how it is. You get in your car and it's 30 minutes away. Commuting from Frisco is probably going to be a little bit easier than some of the other North Dallas suburbs, because Frisco lies just north of Highway 121, and that gives commuters really easy access to the Dallas North Tollway and to 75. And those both go south, and that hits Plano, Allen, Richardson, and then to Dallas. So anybody who works in any of those areas. Also, if you zip west on 121, south they call it, but it's west, you'll run right into DFW Airport, and from Frisco to DFW is maybe 30 minutes. So anybody who travels for work, it makes it really easy to get in and out of the airport. So like I said, commuting is going to be a little bit easier here than it is going to be in some of the other suburbs, because you don't have to go through Frisco to get out like you do in some of those others. Some of the best neighborhoods in Frisco. So we talked about how there's a variety of homes. There is such a huge variety of neighborhoods here that it would be really hard to hit all of them. So I think what's important to know when you're looking for neighborhoods is that there are many different areas in Frisco. So when you start looking by, your price point and maybe the size of the home, how many bedrooms, look at a lot of different neighborhoods. And, you're going to find big master plan communities down to little zero lot line communities where you don't have all of that stuff. So if you're somebody who wants the pool and the gym and golf and, a community director that's bringing in food trucks and goat yoga, there's all of those different types of neighborhoods. Probably the biggest and hottest spot right now in Frisco is going to be Fields. I touched on this in the beginning video, and Fields is this gigantic master planned both community and development. So this is going to be 3,500 plus homes ranging from townhomes to an exclusive gated community section. The concept is the 15-minute city. So you've got live and work and play all at the same place. So it will be the first of its kind in Frisco. If it is, it's truly supposed to end up being a very walkable neighborhood and area. It will be the only of its kind here. So most neighborhoods we've talked about are not walkable in North Texas. It's just not known for that. So if you're able to walk to go out to eat and walk to go to dinner or to work, like I said, it'd be phenomenal. So part of Fields is going to be Fields West, and that is their the sister shopping center to Legacy West that's in Plano. So Legacy West is known for their high-end shopping. They've got Louis Vuitton over there, stores like that. And this shopping center in Fields is the same concept. I believe there is a Ritz-Carlton coming in that's been talked about, although I have not found that printed anywhere. They've announced some of the restaurants. There's a Maestro's Steakhouse that's going in. There for shopping, we have a Mizzen in Maine. There's an Our House, and then a whole list of them. They're on their website, so there's a ton of that. So it's relatively high-end shopping, and then that particular section of the field is going to be connected to the Universal Kids that's coming. You're going to be able to go, I believe, on a pathway under the road to get over to Universal Kids. That is a smaller scale Universal, so not quite as big as Disney, not that huge, and it's geared towards kids that I believe 10 and under. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's 10 and under, so more of the littles, probably not big rides and things like that. So I'm not totally sure what to expect on that one yet, but anyway, so it's part of the Fields, and that really is just kind of the buzz of the town right now. So if you're interested in something like that, they have some great builders in there and some great options. There is still a lot of new construction going on. So if you prefer a new home, there are plenty of neighborhoods to look at for that. If you prefer, your golf course communities or luxury estates, we have Starwood, the Kings of Hillwood. Those are kind of luxury, prestigious communities, and they're beautiful. But again, we have everything in between besides just those neighborhoods. So the last thing to touch on is really probably shopping and dining, and we have more restaurants here than we've had ever. In the last 5 years, just so many things have opened. So we have Stonebriar Center is our shopping mall that's here, and they've recently transitioned in quite a few new stores, so that's nice to see. And that parking lot is still full all the time, so there's still plenty of people that get out and about to shop instead of their online shopping. And then we have the Star, which is the Dallas Cowboys national headquarters. There is shopping and dining in there, and you can come watch the Cowboys practice. You can take a tour of the facility, and that's really cool. They have players in there all the time, so that's fun. The kids really like that. They have a big outdoor area with a big TV, so when there's games on, people pull up their chairs and let the kids throw the football around on the turf while they watch the game. There's an Omni resort where PGA is open now, so you've got golf and the Trick Rider restaurant and all sorts of activities, and events at both PGA and that Omni Resort. So there really is a ton to do here now too. So if you're looking for a great place to raise your family, or you are a young professional and you still want to be kind of around some vibrant areas and close to work, it really is a great place for all of the above there. So be sure to like and subscribe the video and watch for the next one in about a week, and we are going to be talking about Little Elm, Lakewood Village, Crossroads, and Oak Point, all 4 of those areas. So 3 are smaller communities that kind of surround Little Elm, and I want to touch on all of those at the same time because they are all very similar and they all share kind of some of the areas that we're going to talk about. So I'll see you then.